Hi guys and welcome back to the channel Help Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you see and want to see more. Coming up, Toulouse hosts Featherstone in the £1 million game. The winner gets to Super League. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is the time where we decide who is going to be the final team in Super League for 2022. And it's between these two excellent teams in the Championship, as we have Toulouse facing off Featherstone Rovers at the, let me check my notes, Stade Ernest Wallen Stadium in Toulouse. We call it the £1 million game because it is that and much more for the winning team to get into the Super League. Just to say, it's going to be a good game. It's left us with a little bit of intrigue as we come into the match. First of all, Toulouse have struggled in the first 40 minutes versus Batley, but came into the rest of the semi-final game and won it convincingly. But they are that sort of team. They are a bit stuttery when it comes to big match games, as there is not much experience for the Toulouse side. Yes, they have players that have played in big games, but not as a collective. Whereas Featherstone have experience of playing in the big games previously. They were unfortunate to miss out to Toronto when they got promoted to the Super League a couple of seasons ago. Featherstone have lost in both games to Toulouse that they played this year, and with going on the players, it's Mark Krella and the rest of the backline for Featherstone, for Toulouse, who are the most likely point scorers, even though Craig Hall and Gareth Gale have both scored 26 and 27 tries each this season, because they have scored average of 40 points a game this season. Some big numbers. Featherstone are the more structured side of the two, as a more Super League structure than what Toulouse show, but Toulouse like to play off the cuff and win games from nowhere. And coming into this though, the bookies have it Toulouse massive favourites at 2-9 on for the win. But let's go into the first half. So the teams. First of all, the home team. The starting 13 has Mark Corella, Jay Hitchcox, Juasame, Junior Veve, and Schumacher in the backline. We have Tony Gigo, Jonathan Ford, Anthony Marion as the pivots, with Remy Casti in his final game for Toulouse Olympic, Harrison Hansen and Lloyd White, the Welsh international, as the front row, with Dominic Peru and Joe Breverton in the second row, with a Saints Wigan second rowers. And on the bench we got Elwar Policier, Mitch Garbett, the big imposing Sangari, and Junior Paulo, who was also on Saints books last season. And now the visitors. We have Alex Walker, Gareth Gale, Josh Hardcastle, Chris Wellham and Craig Hall across the back line, with Dane Chisman and Famano Brown at half-backs, with James Lockwood, Connor Jones, Craig Kopchak, Brett Ferris, Frankie Halton and Callum Fields, all in the front rows. Off the bench you have John Davis, Jack Duffy, Jack Bussey, Dean Parata, Dale Ferguson. Big pack on the bench, with Dean Parata the impact man, as he's another hooker who's very, very quick and brings in impetus for the Featherstone team. While on the Toulouse side, Elwar Policier does the exact same role. So we come into the first half with a kick-off by Toulouse to start off our game. And after 4 minutes, it is a bit of a touchy start between the two sides, as Toulouse are trying to wind up Verestetal to cause them to lose their rag during the game. And the architect in chief for this is Lloyd White, the hooker for Toulouse. Toulouse are in the Featherstone 20-metre line, and Dom Peru offloads to give us fantastic mustachioed Jusame. It's got a brilliant curled up tash, who slaloms through and forces the ball down for a try. This was given after the video referee had a look at it, and the ball was held up until the mustachioed one puts down the ball for the first try of the game inside 4 minutes. Carella adds the 2 to give Featherstone a 6-0 lead. Featherstone though show their plan on the 9th minute as they look to their left edge play with some quick ball and use Ferriston Hall with very quick ball this time, but unfortunately Hall is bundled out into touch by covering tacklers. I think it was Tony Gigo this time. On the 12th minute, Remy Cassidy runs hard and draws a strip penalty by Featherstone, and they decide to take 2. And this was from inside the 20-metre mark, the first one of the game, first penalty of the game, and Carella makes it 8-0 towards Toulouse. Featherstone are under a pressure again as a bomb is dropped by Walker inside their own 20. But on the 15th minute, Wellham almost intercepts a Chigo pass out wide to the right as Toulouse were looking more and more dangerous, but it's put down. Ferris then is pinged inside the 10 for a high tackle on the result of this, and Toulouse didn't like it. And the pushing started. Again, Lloyd White is in there. Toulouse add an extra 2 points to keep the scoreboard ticking along after Carella again takes the kick. The Featherstone though don't have a good response for it as their kickoff goes straight out on the full over the dead ball line. So Featherstone are playing back into their own half with a Toulouse penalty. Toulouse think they're in again as they kick early into Shumkel's wing for him to put down, and it's given. 14-0 is the scoreline so far, and it was a great kick by Tony Gigo, using his experience of being a top flight player. Carella this time misses the kick, so it's still 14-0. It's all going to lose way this on the 22nd minute as 2-6 against and an offside gives a penalty to Toulouse again inside the Featherstone 20-metre, and Carella just happily snaffles a 2-point conversion from the penalty decision. We're up to 16-0 at this point. Featherstone on the 25th minute have been in the Toulouse 20-metre line once during the first 25 minutes. And another bomb is dropped by Featherstone not long after, but this time it's by Gale. Toulouse movement and transition with the ball is working great for them, and it's pleasing on the eye. You can't take your eyes off Toulouse as they can do something like this in every attack. Until Carella throws it into a Featherstone Rovers player's hand. White is then pinged for a high shot on Boosie for Featherstone to start their march downfield. And on the 30th minute, Featherstone are in their 20-metre line for the second time in the half, and Toulouse are being backed up. But Ford is also caught offside for more Featherstone pressure on Toulouse. But Chisholm's grubber goes out for a 20-metre restart. Walker then surrendered the tackle after gathering the ball on the Featherstone 20-metre line, but is dragged out into touch on the 32nd minute, which is given as a penalty for the surrender tackle give up. And then Featherstone are back into the to lose 20 once more, as a second offside given to Featherstone for Toulouse infringements. They get to the last tackle, but Chisholm's kick over the top goes out on the full, giving Toulouse another 20-metre restart and a 7-tackle set. Featherstone are turned around by a Gigot kick, which is left to run out by Featherstone after a ruck infringement by Toulouse, and a strip gives Featherstone back their field position though. Unfortunately, Hall is on the does a blindside run, and some great Toulouse defending forces him out of touch on about 10 metres away from the Toulouse try line. At this point, I make a note: Toulouse will only lose this if they let Featherstone back into the game, not if Featherstone's effort creeps up. So, 39th minute, and we're back in the Featherstone 20-metre line, and Tony Gigot turns Walker back towards his own line as he grubbers towards the right corner, and it trickles in goal with some chasers from Toulouse, and Walker is tackled in goal and forces the first dropout of the game. But it doesn't come to much, unfortunately, as half-time sounds, and it's 16-0 to Toulouse. Toulouse have parked their panache play and have decided to play a more controlled game, using kicking to turn around teams. It's almost Super League-like, but that's the first half. As the hooter goes, it's 16-0 to Toulouse. So we're going to the second half with Featherstone kicking off, and they get the ball back after an okay set by Toulouse. But all of a sudden, in the first few minutes, Featherstone have upped their work rate and have started the arm wrestle on a positive manner, and are finding more yardage. A kick for the corner forces Toulouse to drop out, and the short kick forces Holton into a mistake, unfortunately, from the dropout, which gives Toulouse the ball back. Not what Featherstone wanted in the opening minutes of the half. Toulouse attack with their right edge, and Jussame kicks inside, but it's batted out of reach of the chasing Jonathan Ford by a Featherstone defender for another dropout. Gigot kicks for the in-goal seems to have been touched by a Featherstone defender in the resulting play the ball and set for Toulouse, but the referee gives a 7-tackle restart from the 20 for Featherstone. A bit of a weird one. He could have used a video referee to check that. The video referee was available during this game. On the 51st minute though, because of this, Featherstone reached the last and put a bomb which Corella puts down, but the unfortunate Ford gathers it up from an offside position, which gives Featherstone a penalty inside the Toulouse 10-metre line. And this gives Featherstone the base to score their first try of the game. Ferris receives a pass and runs on the angle towards the goalpost from about 15 metres out, and after the initial touch which he gets by, he's left on. There's no other touches as he goes in for the try. Paul adds the 2, and it's 16-6. There was a bit of a hint of obstruction on Sangare, which the referee didn't pick up. Could have been asked for from the video referee yet again. But after my comments at halftime saying the RFL have been kept busy and away from Toulouse his effort to win the game, it seemed I had a inkling that they were watching. No, I'm only kidding. They wouldn't do that, would they? On the 54th minute, it seemed like Toulouse are rattled as Hall chips and chases his own kick on the down the left-hand wing. And as he gets the ball, the recovering Tony Gigot bundles Hall out into touch with a fantastic cover tackle. Featherstone are desperate in defence on the 56th minute, and Toulouse are desperate in the attack and working the ball off the cuff with some smart play, ducking and diving, especially from Remy Casti, who's leading this play. And they unfortunately don't quite get the try and turn the ball over in a good position, 5 metres out from the Featherstone's try line, with that off the cuff. Excellent running play. On the 57th minute, though, on the returning set, Chisholm hits a massive 40-20 and Hall is almost in, but a great Gigot cover tackle yet again forces the ball over the line. Now, from this resulting play again from it, the attack though fizzes out as Featherstone drop it in the Toulouse 20. Toulouse are desperate in defence yet again, but Featherstone are getting better. A kick to the corner is pounced by Corella, but Hall strips it from him 1-1, and backwards along the floor it goes. But as Welland picks it up, it seems to fumble it. But initially the referee is unsure that it does so and lets play go on, and he passes it to Ferris in the blind side, who touches down in the corner for Featherstone. The referee Robert Hicks calls it up for the video ref to have a look at. He calls it up as no try, which the video ref agrees to because of that Welland fumble, and it's a let-off for Toulouse. On the 63rd minute, Featherstone are winning the arm wrestle, but what efforts by all involved, as both teams are putting on a masterful attacking and defensive display, and it's keeping the crowd enthralled. Perrault goes into contact and is being tackled by Kopchak, who has 3 efforts on him, and Kopchak for Featherstone gives away the penalty to Toulouse. And this gives Toulouse the impetus to attack further down the field, as Juzame is back in again with his wonderful moustache. After some great running by Casti, who finds Elwa Policier ducking and diving and dipping underneath Featherstone defenders, he passes right to the mustachioed one, and he finds a gap into the in-goal area to score his 2nd try of the game. Corella adds in the extras to push the lead out to 22 points to 6 to Toulouse. On the 67th minute, Featherstone kick off short, one of 3 that they do after this, and get the ball back. In the 6 again call sets up Dale Ferguson on a tough run, who is tackled on his front, so he can play the ball very, very quickly for John Davis to double up that hard running effort to score on the very next tackle with a crash over ball received on a try. Hall adds the 2, and Featherstone are back in it at 22 points to 12. On the 69th minute, Lockwood of Featherstone drops the possession inside his own 20-metre line, and is compounded as Featherstone are called offside. So Corella adds another 2-point penalty to push the lead out to 24 points to 12, getting further away from Featherstone. Just to give you an idea of how much these points are costing, these penalties are costing Featherstone. At this point, 4 penalties were given away by Featherstone in their own 20-metre line, and it's 8 points. that have been turned over for Toulouse. Again from the kickoff, Featherstone goes short and regather the ball. But on the last, Corella recovers the ball from a kick and breaks into the Featherstone half and then passes it to Hitchcox, which Featherstone slowed down for a 6 again. Toulouse work it into the Featherstone 10-metre line, and Ford sets up a crash ball for Harrison Hansen, who goes in for 4 points, which Corella adds 2 to push the lead even further to 30 points to 12 to Toulouse. It's looking like Toulouse are going to the Super League. On the 75th minute, Toulouse have got a penalty for offside at a short kickoff, and a 6 again, and a forward pass by Toulouse give Featherstone the ball back. It's a bit topsy-turvy in these closing stages, and both teams are coming up with errors. Featherstone kick for the corner and Hall bats it back, but a great tackle on the Featherstone receiver forces the ball loose, and it's Lloyd White who's there for the tackle. In the tackle though, Lloyd White kicks out, and after all the celebrations die down, a penalty is given to Featherstone. And also 10 minutes in the bin for Lloyd White. Jonathan Ford benefits off a play on the kick. Let me put it in a different way. Even though they're down to 12 men, Jonathan Ford is on a lucky recipient of a Toulouse last tackle kick, which rebounds off a Featherstone player, and he decides to show and go, and he jinks around 2 Featherstone defenders and crash over under pressure for the final score of the game, and that pushes it to 34 points to 12. The final hooter goes, and as I mentioned, it is the final score, as the conversion attempt was given to Remy Casti, who unfortunately doesn't get the ball over the post. It goes about 3/4 high and goes underneath, and it's waved off. But hey ho, it's one of those things that could happen. And that's where the game finishes, and Toulouse are confirmed in the Super League. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. 2 French teams in Super League next season. Expansionists are delightful, and the M62ers are apoplectic that this has happened. They can't believe that a team that's built up rugby league in their area went into the league, went out of the league, and produced players through their own system, and didn't spend their way to the top of the table, didn't bribe anyone to get in there, weren't given preferential treatment by any of the clubs to get, or officials to get there. I've got there. So that's my rant about it, over and done with. But who is my player of the match? Well, it's quite simple. It was this man, Tony Gigo. And I'm going to tell you why. He was all over the pitch. He was leader on the pitch. He was very, very good with the ball and kicking the ball and in defence. His cover tackle on Craig Hall summed up his effort during the entire game and how much he wanted to win. Says it all. A player like Jusame will get all the credit for his 2 tries, as they needed finishing, but without him, Tony Gigo. The second try of the game for Schmel wouldn't have happened because he kicked early in the tackle count, and it was an easy put down for him, for his winger. Great try, great effort. So that's my man of the match, Tony Gigo. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for another video, and what a way to finish off our Super League team. decisions for next year's 2022 season as Toulouse replaced Lille in the Super League. It was a great game, and Toulouse managed it very, very well. They were very professional in everything that they do, and get the rewards of getting into Super League. Now, I would just say thank you so much for watching. Please remember, like, subscribe, and share this video worldwide with all your mates and friends, and also tag people in. But please let me know what your thoughts are of the game in the comments below, as I enjoyed it and I'm having a wow of a weekend when it comes to Rugby League. Tell me which game was the best one for you this weekend in the comments. If you haven't seen that many Rugby League games, I hope this is enough for you to make a good decision. But in the meantime, I will say thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share the videos. Share. We need to grow this game. Toulouse can't do it on their own. In the meantime, all the best. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.